everyone, my name is Alexairizarry. I am an LGBT trans comedian based in Austin, Texas. So I decided to start making YouTube videos because apparently that's what you're supposed to do if you're trans. I miss the days back when I first transitioned when the only thing you did if you were trans was go on Jerry Springer to let your boyfriend Dontel know about your dirty little secret.
I was born a man.
So today I'm going to be watching a video by Lilly Tino. Now, if you're not familiar with who Lilly Tino is, she is a trans TikToker, Tranny the Menace, I like to call her. She basically goes to various restaurants and gets mad about getting misgendered.
Electric chair.
And I personally don't understand why anyone would get mad when clearly you can afford to eat out every single day of the week. So in this video, she's going to be talking about Abraham Lincoln. So let's start giving it a watch.
Abraham Lincoln was queer. Sure, he was married to a woman eventually, but he had two male partners before that. The first was Billy Green, a man that Lincoln met before he got into politics.
Okay, so my first thing is, I don't know what it is about like queer people, you know, LGBT people lately. They feel the need to make everyone else queer. Like, I remember it was like last year, they were trying to say that Kurt Cobain was trans. And I had to say, like, there's no way Kurt Cobain could have been a trans woman. Because everyone knows once you start hormones, you shoot blanks.
No, not that.
Oh.
But I don't think that Abraham Lincoln, like I get, you know, they have that whole group, they're called like the Log Cabin Republicans, and they all subscribe to that idea that Abraham Lincoln was an undercover homosexual. But I'm like, guys, listen, he's not gay just because another guy blew his head off.
Green shared a bed every night for 18 months. Now, the bed itself was smaller than a twin size, so the only way it could have worked is if they were spooning. And you could say that it's just two friends sharing a bed for 18 months, but how about this quote from Green, where he says that Lincoln's thighs are the most perfect any human could be. His thighs. After the two parted ways,
Clearly, the person who thinks that Abraham Lincoln's thighs are the perfect thighs that any human could possibly have has never met LeBron James or Brock Lesnar. Also, I don't think would Abraham Lincoln have been a daddy? Can we call him Abraham Hogs Lincoln?
Don't joke about that.
Yeah, am I right? No, I don't think, I don't know, leave in the comments if you would, like, hook up with Abraham Lincoln. I don't think I would because that man is too tall, so he probably has a whole lot of precedent, and when your only option is the back door, that just seems painful. Like, he would have to be saying 7 years ago, I took this beep at the Getty. He'd be giving me a Getty's whole address.
You're going to prison.
He would. Abraham Hogs Lincoln would be giving me the Getty whole address. 7 inches ago, I could still use the bathroom, okay?
his life, Joshua Speed. On the very first day they met, Lincoln moved in and started
Leave it to a gay man to fall in love with Speed.
sharing a bed with Speed. To be clear, Lincoln was a lawyer at this point. He had enough money to buy.
Again, what gay man does not share a bed with Speed? That's how they stay up after the bathhouse.
His own room. But for 4 years, he shared one with Joshua Speed. That is, until Speed introduced Lincoln to
And Mary Todd introduced Lincoln to speed, and then Lincoln introduced Mary Todd to speed, and suddenly they're in a trans polycule. The trans agenda has been exposed. They are in a polycule. They're all non-binary now. Mary Todd Lincoln has shaved their head off, is dyed their hair blue. Now they're going by Kai Todd Lincoln. That's just, the America Kamala Harris wants. So I don't know. I'm originally from Ohio, so I don't believe in any of that stuff. We kind of treat non-binary people in Ohio like Santa Claus. Like it's nice to believe they're real, but we all know it's just a sack full of coal.
Mary Todd, his soon-to-be wife. This is when things get interesting. Now, Mary Todd was a social debutante, a high-class person who it looked good for Lincoln to marry. So Lincoln begins to court Mary Todd. However, this makes Speed jealous. And in the letters between Speed and Lincoln, you can see that the courtship put a big strain on their relationship. Speed's jealousy even led Lincoln to temporarily break up with Mary Todd. But life happens, and Speed eventually had to move back to his family estate after his father's death. And when Speed got married to a woman back home, Lincoln wrote him a letter saying how he was afraid he'd be forgotten forever, and signed that letter, "Yours forever, Lincoln." Now, there's lots more evidence to Lincoln being queer. His historian said that he had a lavender streak, which is code for gay. And one of his later male partners would sleep in bed with Lincoln anytime Mary Todd wasn't around. The documentary Lover of Men goes deep into all of this. But ultimately, Lincoln's queerness does not change his greatness as a leader. Lincoln did incredible.
Okay, so my thing is like when I first was coming up as like trans, homosexual, it was like dot dot dot, let's vogue the house down, mama boots, work for your nerve. Oh, Kirk. Just kidding. But no, most trans people, most gay people, we just kind of wanted to like just function like normal people. We just wanted to go about our day and really no one mess with us. So I don't understand what this like new crop of like LGBT trans people, are doing where it's like they take these historical figures, they want to take their queerness and their gayness and they want to make it the focal point of their personality. And everyone knows that should not be. You want to judge people on the content of their character, not what minority group they may or may not be a part of. Like, don't remember Lincoln as gay. Remember Lincoln as having a big hat, and you know what they say about big hats? It leads to big feet. You know what they say about big feet? It leads to emancipation of slaves. So, let's see.
Incredible things for America when being queer wasn't even really a label. It was just people being people.
And see, I think that's like the big thing about this, where it's like, back in the day, it was just people being people. Nowadays, people just want to put the LGBTness, just that's at like the forefront of their personality. And I don't understand why they're doing that because as you can see, like support for LGBT issues and everything like that has actually gone down. Like I am originally from Ohio. I'm not from like a bastion Democratic stronghold or a liberal area. But I feel like as a trans person, it was way easier 10 years ago when I first transitioned than now because nowadays, like you see a trans person, you're like, ugh, that's going to be their entire personality. Like trans people have become basically people who do ayahuasca. It's like, we get it, you did a thing, just shut up about it. You don't have to make it your entire personality. We could tell from looking at you that you're trans. We could tell from looking at you and how you dress that you did ayahuasca. Just shut up about it. I don't want to hear about it every 5 seconds, Stacy. Jesus. So, anyway, I just think we should, as far as historical figures go, like, I remember back in the day, like people would get it would be kind of like a bad thing if you were just constantly like speculating on celebrities' sexuality. So I don't know why we've kind of reclaimed that as a community and decided, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna take every historical figure and make them gay. Was Adolf Hitler gay? Maybe he had a lot of men in his chambers.
It's against the law, and you're gonna have to go to jail.
Was That was a bad one. I apologize for that. Was George Washington gay? I mean, he was spending a lot of time with a very large cherry tree. So, homosexuality confirmed. Was Who else would have been gay? Moby Dick was definitely gay. I mean, Moby Dick clearly he spent his whole life chasing a giant whale just like any gay man on Fire Island. Who else was gay? I think George W. Bush was gay.
Just making sure you were paying attention. You were.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna make some more videos like this, but give a like, comment, subscribe, and we just want to help me because I've been trans 10 years and I deserve to get money for surgeries. Lily Tino's gonna get all these surgeries. Granted, they look like Pennywise the Clown. I at least, when I get misgendered, I take it on the chin. Just like the Botox and the fillers, I take it on the chin, but Lily Tino doesn't, so let's help me get plastic surgery before Lily Tino does. Thank y'all so much. I've been Alexa, and I'm out.